welcome back to another the 26-inch DYU C6, and from the other side you have the DYU C2 electric foldable bike. And actually I will be sharing my experience for which type of actual scenario is which bike. And let's get starting. So first of all, we have a 20-inch 6-wheel bike and a 16-inch actual bike. So yes, this will be perfectly and more stable than this smaller actual tires, but it always depends on what type of scenario you are using this bike. This bike, it's not foldable, and yes, with a weight of approximately 26 kilos, it's just 3 kilos lighter than this bike. And actually it's more bigger and actually more cumbersome to actually put and travel around with it. So yes, I'm hanging out of my car this bike on the back trunk, and yes, you can remove battery from this side. But yes, this will be more suitable for longer rides, and actually city rides, when actually trying to work every day for a longer extended period of the time. And also it will be easier to fit a child seat on the back and drive with your child around, because he will feel more safe being more high from the ground. And actually the loading part is pretty much wider than the DYU C2. In the other hand, the DYU C2 is foldable and more compact than the actual DYU C6, with a foldable design that actually can able and fold the actual steering wheel, the section of the actual middle part, and then you can also fold the actual pedals. And then you get a small compact footprint where you can actually store this bike inside of your car without any problems. And I have a bigger car, so I can store safely without any problem 2 bikes, or actually 3 these same bikes inside of my trunk, and then have slightly a lot more space for other stuff. With this bike I have to actually fold down the seats if you want to put this bike inside your car, and actually you have to remove the front tire to fit your car, and actually you have to put down the back seats to make fit this actual one bike inside of the car. So if you want to travel more compact and actually have a great option to buzz around and you don't need your car, camper van, boat or something, the DYU C2 will be more compact and perfect for your smaller travels, marinas, or actually some commuting that will not be extended just like as the DYU C6. In the other hand, the DYU C6 will give you much more comfortable rides with a more up position, with bigger wheels, and you will be able to actually excavate or actually have a nicer ride with bigger wheels. You will not feel the road so much. With these 16-inch wheels you will be perfectly fine, because they are actually wide. They are 2.5-inch wide, and you will be doing pretty good without any problems, because we were driving them together also in a slight gravel situation without any problem. So it only depends on your need, but you will be perfect with both of them. And actually this loading part here is lower, so it's not the best suitable for a child seat, but you can actually put a child seat without any problem down there and driving around in smaller commutes. One part where actually this differs from the other is the actual control board, or actually control display. On this DYU C6 you have just the high, low, battery and power. You put it on and off. On this side you have an actual screen where you see how fast are you going, and with the visual representation of the actual battery, power and actual power from the 3 modes of power. You have just here the actual battery, power and nothing else. Well, it's always depending on which style and which type of bike it's the most suitable for your situation. Both bikes have actual disc brakes that are mechanical, and they are doing a pretty fairly good job. The actual DYU C6 bike has an actual front suspension, where the actual DYU C2 bike has an actual rear suspension. So it depends on your actual riding and actual riding style. You will be choosing between the DYU C6 or the DYU C2. There you go, guys. This was a short insight of my actual experience with 2 differently styled electric bikes. The DYU C2 electric foldable bike and the DYU C6 city-styled 26-inch bike. If you have any questions, feel free to comment down below. I will be happy to answer them. Till my next one, thumbs up if you liked it, subscribe, bell icon to get notified every time I make a new video, and see you on my next one.